What's going on, boys and girls, and my non-binary pals? It is your boy Kamon, and today I'm bringing guys an updated Swordsoul deck profile for March 2024. And before you guys ask, yes, the Swordsoul guides will be back, starting off with Apple Dragon. I want to kind of give it a little bit of time, rest a little bit, because keep in mind, I'm a one-man army, bro. We're doing it all by myself. But anyways, I've been seeing a lot of Swordsoul stuff lately, and I'm just like, yo, I really haven't been doing Swordsoul stuff. I've been really focused on Raid Raptors, but y'all know my heart belongs to Swordsoul, bro. That's one of my top 5 favorite decks, and you know, I gotta get into it, bro. So I've been kind of experimenting a lot, and this is a more standard list, but it's still a Kamon list, and we're going to be using Apple Dragon. Yeah, the card that got me pretty popular with everybody is back in the deck, and there's so many things you can do with this card now. It's crazy. And this build, essentially, it baits out Nib a lot easier, so you don't just lose to Nib. And then it also puts up like a little Omni negate, you know what I mean? So it's so good. So let's get right into it. I'm going to show you guys the main, extra, and the side deck. So let's get right into it. And yes, we're playing on the sexy Swordsoul map, bro. Gotta get you one, gotta get you one. So this is a 40 card list. I'm taking this to local, so you guys will be seeing some Swordsoul duels with this deck. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, I'm gonna show you guys, like, everything in here makes a lot of sense to me. So anyways, to get right to it. So obviously, the MC herself, 3 Ecclesia, Heart and Soul. Well, not Heart and Soul, but this is one of the best cards in here. If you really want to play it at 2, you can. I don't see any real issue, because and when you really think about it, top decking her alone with nothing in your hand or graveyard, she does nothing. You know what I mean? It doesn't do anything. But I still like her 3 in here. I don't see a reason why. Hopefully, in the rarity collection, we could get a quarter century upgrade. Oh my god, that'll be so. Yo, Konami! Yo, I'll let your boy, bro. So yeah, 3 of her, and then very standard Swordsoul list is 3 Moye, obviously best girl, rest in peace to her. 3 Long Yuang, the bastard himself, the killer, and then 2 Taya. I'm not running Chung Young, and I'm not running the Abyss Dragon, because I want to kind of focus on more of a Apple Dragon-ish build, if that makes sense. But yeah, these are very standard. I saw one comment saying he runs this card at 1. If you are watching this dude, definitely run this card at 2. This is a 2 of. This is the best late game card you want to go for and get. So definitely run this card at 2. Draw a card, burn, dump a worm monster. It's simple as that. Very self-explanatory. Cannot complain. That's it for those. Now for the 10 Ys, again, this stuff is very, very standard. So we are running 3 Ashuna, double Vashuda, 2 Adara, and then the 1 Shatana. This is very standard. Again, can't complain too much about it. This is what it is with this. I like this how it is. Not much to really talk about. We talk about Swordsoul so much on this channel. We know what these cards do. This is a very standard monster lineup, but this will never really change unless we get new Swordsoul support and or new worm monsters that we can kind of work with. But other than that, this is totally fine right here. I cannot complain about this whatsoever. It's great. I like it, and it feels good. And it's funny because this pops up so much, not even for its effect, but for its level, bro. I low-key want to play this card at 2, because drawing this card, it feels bad, because y'all know, you're a Swordsoul player. You never want to draw this card. You want to have it in your deck. So if you have an extra token on your field and you have the Ashuna in hand or graveyard, banish it, summon out, and then you can super summon again. So that's about it, though. But anyways, yeah, that's it for those. Now for the hand traps. Oh, no hand traps. Sorry. Obviously, our boy made it back in here. It's been so long, bro. It was so hard taking him out before, bro. People were saying he's bad, don't run him, bro. I didn't care. I was still taking names with this card, bro. And we're going to be doing so again. So Apple Dragon is a special card for me, bro. As you guys know, this card is what got me very popular amongst the Swordsoul, I don't want to say community, but just amongst the Yu-Gi-Oh community. This gave me some buzz. Like my one video has like 10,000 views, I want to say 11. So pretty cool thanks to this. So if you guys do not know what this card does, I will explain it to you. If you control if there's a non-effect monster on the field, you can summon this card from your hand, right? Which, again, this card does activate in hand, and it's a level 2 light and is a dragon tuner, right? It has an effect where if it's in the graveyard this turn and you synchro summon a monster this turn, you can banish this card from your graveyard and then summon out a level 2 Worm Tuner to your field. And the best part about that tuner, it can be used as a tuner or a non-tuner. But the even better part is it's a worm. So this is how you extend even more. And this is kind of how you kind of bait out a early Baron. You know what I mean? And then even when you do bait out said Baron, you still play through it, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things, bro. This deck is clean, bro. This deck is clean. So cool, so cool, so cool. So yeah, feels good to play this card again. I love this card. I wouldn't play it at 3. I think 2 is just fine. If I see it, I see it. If I don't, I don't. It's not that serious. It's not that deep. But when I do see it, there are some crazy plays that you can make in this deck. But anyways, 2 Apple Dragon. Now everything else is just hand traps. So we are playing 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Droll, and I guess I gotta put it over here, and then 3 Imperm. So for those standard people who like to play standard, 1, 2, 3, you have 9 hand traps. So again, the deck is good because you can play through a lot of things. Like you have a lot of engine and you have a lot of non-engine, which is these. These are the best hand traps in this format. If you I low-key was either gonna put Skullmeister in over Ash because I did not want to get hit with Hida, and Skullmeister in once per turn. Skullmeister, you know what I mean? So that's kind of what I wanted to actually do. But again, if you want to run Ash over Skullmeister, you can. But these are good. You know what I mean? I can't complain too much about these, bro. That is it for those. Now for spells, obviously, blocking 3 Emergence. Roto the deck, can't complain. Banish this gets banished. Modulate the level of a worm monster. Yeah, yada yada yada. This is a 1-card combo. Literally, you go activate, search Taya, summon Taya, banish this, get token, synchro summon. Like that's this is a 1-card combo. So don't view this card as just a Rhoda. View it as like, oh, okay, I had nothing else, but I have this. Taya's in the deck, bro, we're good to go. You know what I mean? So 3 of those, and then for consistency, we are running 2 Desires. I have a 3rd one. I just don't really feel like I need a 3rd one like that because I don't want to open up with 2 of these. You know what I mean? Opening up with 2 of these feels terrible and it feels bad. I'd rather just open up with just 1 if I can. And yeah, I've always played it at 2, even when it was at 3. So I don't see why I got to play it at 3 now. Sure, you'll see it more, but I just don't want to open up with just 2 of them in my hand. You know what I mean? And then I got 1 useless card. Like the 1 card in my hand could have been like a hand trap. It could have been Apple Dragon. It could have been something else. You know what I mean? That's just my thing. So yeah, just 2 Desires. Good card. Just dig through your deck and be very consistent in this deck. And it helps out your Chang Ying. Other spells, we are rocking 2 Circle. And then obviously the 1 Summit. And then for the other traps, we are running the 1 Blackout for the Swordsoul stuff. And then the last card we are running, actually, believe it or not, we are actually running the 1 Reframing because it's searchable in this deck. Now that we put Apple Dragon back in this build, this card is live every single time. You know what I mean? Such a good card. Can't complain. And again, you play through Nib. You play through Nib and you still get this. So even if your opponent does Nib you, you essentially kind of go unpunished because you'll get this and you'll get other stuff. You know what I mean? If that, like, I'll show you guys the like combo after this as like a thank you, so you can kind of understand what I mean by you play through Nib. But anyway, let's go to the extra deck really quick. Very, very standard. So we are rocking 2 Monk of the Chimney plus the 1 Shaman and then the 1 SP. As I stated before in my other Swordsoul builds, this card is definitely needed in this deck and format. It's too good to not run. So yep, why not run it? If you got it, you got it. If you don't, it sucks, but I'm sorry, but you definitely do need that card. For the 6s, we are running the 1/6, which is the 1 Menadium Trishkua, however you pronounce it. And for the 8s, obviously Mom and Dad, Visis M Tara. Again, these are literally, this is how you get into your this, and this is how you kind of bait out Nib early, because nothing feels worse whenever you go Long Yuang effect, summon token, and then you get nibbed. So yeah, these 2 are in here for those, which again I'm going to show you guys after this. For the other 8s, we are running 2 Boxia and then 2 Shishao. I'm not running any other 8s because we are running SP and then other stuff in here. So Berserker did not make it in, unfortunately, but it's okay because we're running other cards to kind of facilitate better, if that makes sense. So for the 10s, the 1 Sinister, the 1 Shang Ying, and the 1 Baron, and then obviously the 1 Rudy Rose Dragon. I said it before, this card is very, very good versus Fire King. You'd be like, summon, banish everything from the graveyard. You essentially just kind of win from there, you know what I mean? This card is sick, bro. This card is sick, so... Again, if you don't want to run this and you want to run Berserker, you can definitely do that. But I'm just testing it out, see how I like it for the 10s. Now, last card we are running the 1 Typhon. Just, it's too good to run. And yeah, let's go on to the side deck really quick. Obviously, the field centers here. We got Nib token, Apple Dragon token, cool Iris Swordsoul card, Ecclesia, and their Swordsoul tokens. You got to be official with your Swordsoul tokens, bro. But yeah, that is it for those. Now, let's go on to the side deck. Very, very matchup dependent, but this is what I'm feeling. This is where like my mindset is. So we are citing 3 Ghost Spell. This is very good versus a lot of decks. Labyrinth, Fire King, Snake Eye, etc. You want to hit their Flame Birch with this card, by the way. Don't hit anything else with Flame Birch. So yeah, 3 of those. 2 Nib, because Nib is still a good card. It's not a bad card. Never was, never will be a bad card. So 2 Nib. I'm actually rocking 3 Spellbound. Spellbound is such a good card to actually have in here, in my opinion. So 3 Spellbound and then 3 Cosmic Cyclone. Yeah, I mean, so the reason why I have Spellbound, because Flunder is making a big return in my local and everywhere else. So that Flunder, and this is actually very, 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 very good versus Voiceless Voice. Because if they have a low on the field, and they use the Sephara in the graveyard to banish to a ritual summon, you change Spellbound, and they can't tribute that low that's on their field. You know what I mean? Obviously, if they have it in their hand, you know, at that point, it is what it is, but this is still a good way to kind of stop that. You know what I mean? It can't be used for a link, anything. You can't do anything with it. So I think Spellbound is pretty good for that matchup, in my opinion. So 3 Spellbound, and obviously this is good versus the Centurion, however you say it, that deck. And then Cyclone is very good versus Fire Kings, Voice, Snake Eye, everything. Just a good card overall to have. So 3 of these. Oh, this is actually pretty good versus Ray Raptors too. You know what I mean? They go rank up spell, you just go Spellbound. Nope, you're not using that. I'm not getting big boy destroy my field. You know what I mean? As if for those other spells, we are rocking the 2 Thrust in the side, and then I am siding in 2 different dimension grounds because, again, Swordsoul, we can actually play Shifter. You know what I mean? Shifter does not affect us too much, but I don't want to be shifted for 2 turns. So I'd rather just be shifted for 1 turn and on my opponent's turn. You know what I mean? So I think this card is pretty good in the side deck, in my opinion, and it's searchable, settable with the Thrust. So why not? As it for the main extra side. Now let's get on to the combo really quick. BRB. Okay, so here's the combo. It's mainly going to be with Moye plus Apple Dragon. It's good to have a long one in your hand, and then you can have any other card to actually discard. I'm just going to choose Emergence because why not, bro? You know what I mean? So anyways, so this is how you kind of play through Nib and punish them for having Nib. You know what I mean? So you want to go normal summon out Moye. Moye effect, reveal something in your hand. We're going to reveal this. Then we're going to get a token right here. So that's already 2 summons right there, right? Now you want to activate Apple Dragon here. Summon out here. That's 3 summons. Now you want to synchro summon these 2 first. And then you want to go for your Trishta. That's your 4th summon. Effect. You're going to bring this card back right here. This is your 5th summon, right? So again, if they want to nib you right here and now, they can do that. You know what I mean? That won't change much about your play, but it is what it is. So, you know, if they want to nip right here, sure, go ahead. You still have your Long Yong in your hand. But anyways, synchro summon again, these 2. And then now we are going to go for our boy here. Also remember to draw a card off of Moye. Go for a boy here, and going to go to effect. You're going to search for your reframing here, right? And again, if they want to nib you right now, be my guest. But anyways, you're going to go banish out Apple Dragon from the graveyard to summon out the token. And keep in mind, remember, the token can be used as a non-tuner. Again, this is the last chance they have to actually nib you. You know what I mean? So if they want to nib you, nib right now. But if they don't have it, you're good to go. Anyways, Synchro Summon these two. And then you make a Baron. Hello, Baron. How you doing? And now you're good to go. You can still play the game. So now you want to go Emergence here. You want to search for Ashuna's good here. And now this is where you go pitch to activate your Longyuong. Get the token out here. Boop. Now you want to Synchro Summon these two together. And then this is where you want to make your Sinister here. Burn for 12. And then you can still go for Banish Ashuna in the graveyard. You're going to summon out your Shatana here. And now with the token you had before, Synchro Summon these two together. And then you are going to go for a Shishao. Use his effect here. Search for anything you want, aka you can get this card or follow up. And look at that. Even if they had nib, even if they nibbed you early, you still would have been able to actually end up on like one of these. Like two of these if you wanted to, or just this, or a Baron, you know what I mean? Because they get nib early. And then you still have the extra card that you did draw off of your Moye, and you have a Blackout plus your Reframing. So you set these two, then you just pass. Oh, also, you also draw a card too off of this. So you have 2 extra cards actually. So yeah, so you summon that, Chinook 1, Chinook 2. So you draw, then you search, and then yeah, so you got the 2 extra cards, which doesn't matter what it is. A Baron, a Shishao, Omni Negate, and a Blackout. So that was all off of having Apple Dragon in the hand and baiting out a nib. So yeah, that's it for the deck profile and the combo. Hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure you do like, comment, subscribe to the video, and I'll see you guys next time, man. Have an awesome one. Peace.